everyone, it's Hayes, and in today's video we're going to be discussing some theories about what Lila will be up to in the next season of Miraculous Ladybug. My next theory video was actually meant to be on Felix, and I'm sorry because I know I told some of you it was going to be on Felix, but after we got that spoiler from Gloob the other day, I decided we couldn't wait any longer to talk about her because it seems like she's going to be pretty important. So Lila didn't do much in season 4. She was spotted a few times in Guilt Trip and Wishmaker and Cheelin, but she didn't actually do anything until Penultime, where she and Chloe teamed up because they hate Marinette that much. We saw Lila again in Risk, where seeing her rehearse this advert with Adrikins nearly made me throw up, and then she got Chloe to shove Marinette out of the way so Marinette couldn't speak to Adrian. They get on the train together, although it's actually Felix, not that Lila is aware it's him, and the last shot we get of Lila in this season is her smirking evilly when Natalie starts coughing, which was a choice. So we already know Lila, after doing the bare minimum last season, it seems she has now been upgraded to doing everything. And it does seem she'll be working with Monarch Daddy and Natalie. Now, it's not ultimately clear from what episode she will start working with them, or when she will stop working with them, but I think it could be, at the latest, from episode 4, like that's the latest point she will start working with them, because I think Gabriel, after losing one, if not two Miraculouses, he's going to realise, hey, I'm stupid, I need some people to help me, and he's aware in the show the smartest people are all children, so it's really no surprise he went with Lila. And I wasn't surprised in the slightest when Gloob announced that in their spoiler. I've always thought Lila would end up helping him, as I do think she is the Hawkmoth in the future, and she's been very willing to help him in the past. She helped him out twice in Heroes Day, firstly by casting illusions of Ladybug and Cat Noir, and then an illusion of him. She was willingly akumatized in Chameleon, and she was also pretty helpful in the episode Ladybug. And that's an extremely interesting episode for me, because since that episode, I've been suspicious that Lila is aware of who Gabriel is. He asks her to basically deal with Marinette for him, and Lila smirks when Marinette is first akumatized. It seems she really understood that this was Gabriel's goal in the episode, so since this episode aired, I've always thought she was at the very least suspicious that Gabriel was Hawkmoth, if not 100% certain he was, and by extension I think she would have assumed that Natalie is Mayura. And I think this could be why Lila smirks when Natalie starts coughing up her lungs in Strike Back. There is no need for that scene. If you take that scene out of the episode, the story of the episode doesn't change. It doesn't add anything to the plot. It wasn't necessary, so what reason is it there for? If Lila knows who Gabriel and Natalie are, I think this is Lila seeing an opening to be the one to help Gabriel, since Natalie is obviously far too ill to do that. Taking all that into account, Lila has proven herself to be valuable to Gabriel. Now, I know a lot of people were saying they wanted Chloe to work with him instead, but Chloe, unfortunately, isn't as reliable. She goes back and forth all the time about whose side she's on. As we saw in Penultime, Chloe broke out of the Akuma because she was done with it. While I believe Lila is also in this for herself, she can hide it much better than Chloe, and she's more reliably evil, basically. Lila has never once actually been on the good side in the show, whereas Chloe has. Because of this, I think Lila will help with getting people akumatized and also riling up Marinette, because Gabriel is absolutely desperate to have her akumatized. Like, he tried in Cat Blanc, he was putting a lot of effort in Ladybug as well, like a bit too much effort. I thought he had a fashion brand to run, like, do you not have anything better to do? I think Lila will also help give out and retrieve Miraculouses, or whatever these power ring things are. Honestly, I don't have any theories on how they will work or how Gabriel created them, so I'd love to know your thoughts on those, besties. I think Lila will basically be his spy, and also recommend to Gabriel and Natalie who to give the Miraculouses to. As we see with Ladybug, she gives people a Miraculous that best suits that person. Like, no offence to Kim, for example, but I think he would be a disaster with a Snake Miraculous, and the same on the reverse. I don't think Luca would be all that good with the Monkey Miraculous either. And speaking of Miraculouses, I think Lila will start off using the Fox Miraculous, but as we know, episode 5 is illusion for the Fox. I think Ladybug and Cat Noir could end up taking it from her, and Gabriel gives her one last chance and gives her either the dog or the rooster. These are some of the last two Miraculouses to be retrieved, presumably in 17 Adoration and 19 Pretension, and the colours of these Miraculouses also fit with Lila's colour scheme in the show. However, the rooster is very, very powerful, so I think Gabriel could use that himself, herself and give Lila the dog. This is basically a miraculous that Ladybug now associates trauma with, and by having Lila, someone Ladybug already doesn't like, which Gabriel is aware of, will make things even worse for Marinette. However, it will eventually get taken, and Gabriel will be very, very angry and will stop having Lila help him, and probably also stop her modelling for him because he's going to be absolutely furious he's losing. And both of these things will be a huge blow for her. The thing Lila lies about the most is money and status and fame, and she does actually have some fame now she is modelling for Gabriel. If he takes that away from her, she's gonna be absolutely fuming. It's going to be so humiliating for her, and we know Lila doesn't like it. She was akumatized for the first ever time in Volpina because Ladybug humiliated her in front of Adrien. She doesn't like it when Marinette calls her out, and she doesn't like it when Adrien does it either, like he did at the end of Ladybug and in Risk. And to get her revenge, I think she will steal the Butterfly Miraculous right at the end of the season and become the new Hawkmoth, as hinted at in Time Tagger. I think overall, Lila has the potential this season to really contribute a lot to the plot if they let her. I don't like Lila, she's horrible. If I knew someone in real life like her, I would run a mile. But I can appreciate how much she brings to the show and the plot, especially where the progression of Adrianette is concerned. And a lot of my favourite episodes in the show are the ones with Lila in it, because I think they write her brilliantly. So, I hate the girl, but I love it when she's in the show. I have a love-hate relationship with Lila. I know she's horrible, don't get me wrong, but I can't help but enjoy her episodes. So I'd love to know what you think, besties. What do you think Lila's going to be up to in this season of Miraculous Ladybug? And I'll see you in the next one.